United we stand, divided we fall. Come together, my people, and we wipe away poverty. United we stand, divided we fall. Come together, my people, and wipe away poverty. Yo. Oh, what's up, my people? Welcome to Drive Time with Sage, your host, Sage the Sage Master, here on your channel. Your channel is Africa Now. It's time. Africa Now. It is time. Okay, I'm going to talk about a very few things, guys. There are some things which, if we are not careful, if we are not wise enough, we as this generation, the ones which are surviving now, if we don't handle it nicely, if we don't take a measure against some other things which are being exempted on us as Africans, I don't know what's happening. I don't know who have got the error. Sometimes we thought taking Africa out of this clinch of oppression from the hands of those guys who were oppressing us, our masters, our slave masters, the ones who took us under and oppressed us for some years, was something better that was going to liberate us. But there's another statement which I heard Donald Trump saying 2015 when he entered into power. I heard Donald Trump say, I think Africa needs to be recolonized. What? Oh, I actually sat down, started to think about his statement. I thought about it over and over and over and over. Right now, I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff, a lot of things that was happening, that is actually happening. People, they take these things to be just ignorant. There's a statement which Robert Mugabe was saying. Robert Mugabe was saying, it was actually about 15 billion US dollars worth of diamonds which went disappearing. It actually disappeared. Nothing came out of a project there in Zimbabwe. There was a project of diamonds mining. They actually called some Chinese guys, some Chinese firm, company, whatever they call it. And the Chinese company was the one which was executing the mining there in Chiazwa, there in Zimbabwe. And the diamonds which were involved, it's something, let's talk of 15 billion dollars worth of diamonds. They disappeared, no trace, no whatsoever. These leaders, the ones which are in cabinet, the ones which are driving Africa forward, what exactly are they doing? When we talk of something like when we go to the issue of Zambia, we get to Zambia, we hear that Zambia was given some loans by the Chinese firms, Chinese company. They gave them some loan, a lot of billions, in billions. When they come and give you money, you guys who are leading us, when they say we are giving you some moolah, we are giving you cash, do you really think that's a kind gesture from the Chinese to the Africans? When Africans go to China, when they go to Wuhan, we saw a lot of stuff. You remember the time this corona thing began, we were seeing a lot of pictures of blacks being humiliated by Chinese, and they come on social media platforms trying to apologize, trying to do some sort of stuff and say, hey, we don't mean any harm, we don't hate Africans, we don't do what exactly are they up to? Is there another recolonization taking place to Africa secretly? Zambia, we saw they were given some loans. ZNBC, Zambia National Broadcasting Corporation, about 60% of it being owned now by the Chinese company. The China people invading, taking Zambia slow but sure. We saw the president of Zambia going to China to hold some meetings with... very sorry guys for the interruption. I was talking about that issue of the Chinese involvement in Zambia. When we go to the power supply of Zambia, there by the Victoria Falls, there was a large project. The fact that you guys couldn't execute your project alone, I don't know what's wrong with our African leaders. When we can't do this, they are looking for a slight chance. You see these guys from the West, the Chinese. Now it's Asia aiming to invade Africa. China, precisely China. China is aiming to take over the whole of Africa. I spoke about this issue of the diamonds in Zimbabwe. Let me tell you what people doesn't know. Our government, our people, they say when you guys, the local people, the owners of the African land, when we are there, they say you can't do this alone. Okay, we're gonna take it's gonna take some professionals. We are going to call some people from America, from China, and China freely offer themselves. They come, they say, okay guys, we're going to build hospitals for you. We're going to, that's what we were promised. Up to today, what do we have in Zimbabwe? What did they build in Zimbabwe? They promised, they built something which is not that of good quality, good standard. They built some few hospitals, and the time they are doing that, they are actually looting and taking a lot from us. I remember they went around the villages. They were collecting some chrome ions. You know, the ones which we were using long time back. When we could take some charcoal and put some charcoal inside and iron the one made of chrome, then we could iron our clothes. Now we don't use them anymore. So the Chinese guys, they went in the rural areas. They were there in Zimbabwe. They were collecting those chrome ions. When they take that chrome, they needed the chrome, which we used to make those irons. They take the chrome, and when they took the chrome, they could make some cases. I don't know how they could make that stuff. They make those cases, and they start to pocket some diamonds in those things. Now when they get to the airports, when they are scanned, the machines, when they try to scan and check, do these guys have anything which is being illegally taken out of the country, they won't find anything, because the chrome is coating those stuff. They just make like they've made some suitcases. They make a rail on the suitcase, a rail when they put a hole in between. They load some diamonds, they load some minerals, taking our minerals. Daylight robbery, and our leaders are folding hands like that. That's the time when our former president, the president who was there, and our former vice president Joyce Mujuru and Robert Mugabe, they were busy fighting for this portion belongs to Joyce Mujuru, this portion belongs to Robert Mugabe. They were sending the soldiers. They would beat up and chase our local people. They don't want to see them on the diamond farms. They don't want to see them there. They themselves, but the Chinese people, they say, okay, we are going to be doing a fair mining. We'll mine nicely and we'll pay the government. When are you guys going to wake up? When they could do some operations to oppress some African people. You see, when a few, the guys who discovered these diamonds were African Zimbabweans, like some Zimbabwean guys. When they discovered these diamonds, they started picking the diamonds, and they sold the few diamonds. When they sold the few diamonds, they bought some few things like some cattle and stuff, and they had to do an operation. The operation was called Operation Where Did You Get the Money? They went and collected all the cattle which somebody just woke up having some cattle and stuff and said, we're going to take this. They now belongs to the government. Why are our own governments oppressing their own people? I don't want this to be my own thing or something which is a personal thing, but I want you guys to use your brains. I want us to use our brains for the benefit of Africa. For once, start to use your brains for once. Let's start to turn against the European invasion, Chinese invasion. Let them not come and continue taking everything from us. Daylight robbery. Now I'm coming back to my story. I actually saw on the media some Chinese chief being inaugurated in Ghana. They were lifting the guy on their shoulders. They were actually saying he's a chief. A chief of what? Some people, they would tell me that this is a business transaction. This is something different from, you know what they do? They come in peace. They say we come in peace. They know Africa is rich of minerals, like they were doing. They say we come, okay, we are going to help you, like what they say and did in Zimbabwe. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, okay, let me take this and politely ask you to click the button there by the corner, this corner. Yes, just say subscribe and you become part of the family. We're going to be discussing and exposing the dirty things which are happening in Africa. Is it slumber? Is it that we are still asleep? Is it that we are still in the blankets, Africa? After 400 years of civilization, what exactly is the civilization bringing to Africa? What are we benefiting as Africans? Are we that asleep? Like we can't wake up and smell the coffee and see that this is actually wrong. This is actually a trap. And Chinese person say, okay, I want you to make me a chief. A chief of what? Of who? Because he brings some few dollars. I told you of the deal in Zambia. They gave them money and say, okay, we want you guys to refurbish your your power supply and stuff. But now the Vic Falls is it shares a border between Zimbabwe and Zambia. The Victoria Falls, the Zambian part, it's now owned by the Chinese guys. They say now, because you couldn't pay back the billions we gave you, we are going to take it over. And they took it out. I had another issue again in Zimbabwe. You know, the Reserve Bank. I'm going to start talking about this thing and we're going to speak about it. The Reserve Bank, do you know that the Zimbabwean government is no longer owning the Reserve Bank? It's high time we wake up. It's high time we start opening our eyes and start saying, now, what do we do? If these old guys don't know anything about what they're doing in power, let them get out of power. Let them give the young blood. That's why we youths are there. We want people who knows what they are doing with the nations. These old guys say, we say, what's that? That should be rubbish. It should be something like we need. Right now, it's an era whereby we are preparing the return of our people who are being abused in America. They put their knee on the neck of our black brothers. Now it's time we prepare for their return, and so that when they come, we give them a good reception. We give them somewhere where to. Now we are still taking the nation back freely, voluntarily giving it to the oppressors, giving to the Chinese, giving it to the white guys. For what? It's high time we start using our brains. Let us wake up, Africa. I heard Donald Trump saying, there's nothing we can do. These guys are the ones who can. The biggest thing is corruption. If you guys deal with corruption, stop being sponsored by the West, sponsored to start fighting your brother for a little moolah, that you benefit yourself as a leader. I am the one in cabinet. I'm the one who's benefiting. But the rest, forgetting about every people. What did they do? Look at the people like the guys like Nelson Mandela. He was given some wealth for himself, him only. The rest of South Africa should suffer because he become wealth. Okay, Mandela will be great. He'll be recognized worldwide. To hell with recognition for yourself. To hell with that. When you're gone, you are gone. But the nation is still in shambles. Because they know, the ones who give you the money, they know that you yourself, you cannot do away with a lot of shit. What happened to Robert Mugabe? He was told when they sat in the Lancaster House, they told him that, okay, listen, Bob, what we are going to do is that you don't have to speak much. Don't worry about the rest. You are going to have some banks in Switzerland. You are going to have some banks here in the West. We are going to build some buildings. But 5 years down the line, they now say there must be a change of power. There must be a shift of power. They forget that you've got an agreement. What about the agreement? What then is going to happen to your people? They want to chase you out of power. Then you cling to power. You become an oppressor now. You start oppressing your own people. On top of, what are you guys doing there in power? Can you start to use your brains for once? We need a change in Africa. We need some Africa which is ready to take Africa forward. Some Chinese chief in Ghana. For what? I heard that happened again in Nigeria. There is an Igwe, a Chinese Igwe again in Kano. I don't know what deal they signed between themselves, but that is rubbish, guys. If they are just doing that for the sake of they are pumping out money, is it a kind gesture? Is it something which, like, something they are bringing on a silver platter? I heard Robert Mugabe regretting years later and saying, but these guys, they don't do it. He was the most educated president in the face of Africa, the whole Africa. But look what these guys, they do. They say, okay, you think you are the most intelligent, you are the one who is most educated, we're going to use your education against yourself. They start saying, okay, don't worry about the rest. What about yourself? Come, we give you land, you build some mansions in Dubai. We go to Switzerland, we go wherever. But didn't they freeze all his wealth? Didn't they take everything away from him? What did he benefit in return? What else did he remain with? You just start saying, okay, I'm gonna chase all the white farmers out of my land. I don't want to see them because they are now being unfair. But in the first place, why did you accept that in the first place? That's the same thing that makes all the Africans to suffer today. The same thing they did if I start counting in countries and nations, that's the same thing. If you come to South Africa, today in South Africa, you get there's a big city next to a big city which is built nicely, and nice houses, suburbs, everything. And next to the big city, there is an area of squatter camps, squatter shacks. People overcrowded, 3 million people. What do you expect of such an environment? Those people who are seated or which are overcrowded in a squatter camp, they'll come out and start probing violence. They want, because they've got nothing. We are 10 million and we are in a very small piece of land, and these ones are just 5,000. Those 5,000, they are living luxuriously. One stand can accommodate even 20 of those guys in squatter camps. What exactly do you think you are taking us? What exactly do you think you are doing? You African leaders, we want you to wake up. How can you actually buy power? You buy your way into power and become the president and say, I want to remain, because yourself you are getting money. I heard that Idi Mnangagwa, now he is busy calling back the white guys. We want to give you farms because these black guys, they can't farm. Are you serious? Really? Why is it that your people, it's my farm, let me look at my farm, it's my land, let me just be looking at it. It belongs to me, it belongs to my forefathers, it is in Africa, I'm an African, I own it. The time I shall be able to do production out of it, that's the time. Let me do it on my own time. You don't force me to do it according to your time. I don't know that I'm actually cross. Guys, I want us to move nicely with this issue. We are busy preparing the return of our brothers who are coming all over from. I want to appeal to all the governments in Africa, in Sierra Leone, in Ghana, in Zimbabwe, in South Africa, in Malawi. Malawi is a very small land, but we've got some land which is still lying idle. We're not using it. When our black brothers come, some of them have got a hidden advantage. Some of them have got knowledge. Some of them are educated. Some of them have got other things they are doing. Africa is yet to develop. Let's use their own influence to develop our own motherland. There's nobody who must be charged some money. If you are somebody who wants to do business in Africa, Zimbabwe is open for business. It's also often open for business. But when you want to come and start doing business, they charge you a lot of taxes. For what? Liberate your own people for once. Let Africa be free and let us start living in harmony in our motherland. Guys, I don't want to be emotional or what, or they say, oh, these guys are taking these things too far. Now Africans are fighting Africans because of employment, mere employment. Who creates the employment? Where is it coming from? Isn't it from the same resources that we have that are freely taken by these oppressors? And they say, in return, we give your people some employment and we pay tax to the government. But they're taking your minerals, they're taking everything. The moment you are fighting your brother and say, he is the one who's stealing, he's the one who's doing this, he is the one, they are the ones who are benefiting everything. Look at the companies which are running even in Africa. We think it's a free thing. It's something which is happening like freely, but it's not something which is freely happening. They are busy taking everything. They are exploiting the African labor, taking labor for free. They want people who work and not being paid. That's wrong. We need to liberate Africa. Until we meet again, let's stay tuned and be a positive-minded people. Africa, now it's time. Until we meet again, I'm Sech, your host, Sech Matha. Please subscribe. We need to grow this channel as we share a lot of information, a lot of fundamental and important information as we liberate our motherland. As we meet again, bye for now. Ciao.